Hi guys. Well, been to the hospital and Sir decided to not take me to organise his appointment for his tooth that broke. So he's dropped me home and he's gone down to get a booking and get that organised. So let's hope that actually gets in today actually. I mean, I don't think so because I've got another medical appointment this afternoon. And the doctor's going to call some point today. So pretty much I got 3 medical appointments today. I'm very, very annoyed. I got told I look good. I think the person's full of shit. What do you reckon? I look like shit, okay? I feel like shit. And I am so sick of toxic positivity, okay? Just don't say it to people, guys, that are sick. Actually validate what's going on. How are you? I said, been in a lot of pain. I was in hospital recently for a week. You know, this is just the nurse for the stockings. And she's lovely and all. And I'm sure she was trying best intentions and stuff. But guys, I'm going to educate you. Stop doing it. It's not healthy. Toxic positivity is not healthy. Okay? Validate that we're suffering. Validate that we're really trying our hardest. We're going through stuff. Just really pisses me off, to be honest. Like, I've really had enough because I am strong, okay? And I'm not whinging all the time to everybody about my pain. I don't whinge to my carers. I don't whinge to Matt. I don't whinge to, well, I have whinged to my doctor, but not in a way of like it's his fault. But the hospital, it is their fault. Anyway. Just don't do toxic positivity. Learn about toxic positivity in general, ladies, particularly because I know a lot of you do it with the best intentions. I'm talking to you guys, not the ones that, you know, the ones that do it because they are just superficial. They don't really care about you. You know those ones? And we've come home to no water. We weren't told anything too. So I come home, I've used the hospital toilet. So I'm freaking out as a neutropenic patient here. So I go to wash my hands and I couldn't. So I have to get bottled water and I'm struggling with, like we've been camping. Can anything else just get fucked up in our life on a daily basis? Why does everything have to be literally on a daily basis? There's a drama. There's a drama. Okay? I am so lucky right now that I am not in need of the toilet in the point of number 2, if you know what I mean, because I have a paralysed GI tract, and that goes right to the bottom. And I'm just saying, it would not be good right now if there was no water in my toilets. I can't deal right now. And poor Sir's tooth. I mean, the luck we're having right now is just insane. And our dentist we used to go to, we can't go back to, which is freaking me out as an autistic because she was very, very good with me. And she really understood how to help me. And I can't go to her now because I'm not living in that area. So I'm not considered country anymore. I'm considered city. And I'd have to, like Sir has to do now, is go to some city one. So I hope that he finds a good one that I can then also go to when I need to. Because with gastroparesis, our teeth, and 22q with our teeth, it's bad. We have a high palate, crowded teeth, lots of problems. Anyway, so, and then also other things cause our teeth problems. I can't remember. It's too much to remember about 22q. But basically, he's got to find a dentist somewhere local here that does the government thing because we don't have an income anymore. We just like a stimulus package for everyone. We just go around town to these hospitals and stuff and just get stuff done. Most of it's useless. The stuff I actually need from the hospital, they never do. And the stuff that I don't really need, you know, don't really need, they do. And it's like, do we really have the money for this, Australia? No, we don't. But you know what? Apparently they're putting in one of our public hospitals. Oh, guys, get ready for this. Get ready for this, Perth. 10 beds. 10 beds. This is a rant, by the way. This is a rant. 10 beds. Do you think that that's sensible? 10 beds?
Guys, I'm just back. I was about to go up to try and organise my dentist, but that's obviously not going to be working right this moment.
Wow.
So I've spoken to the pool people who are in the basement. That's why the water's been turned off. Apparently it's communicated to everybody. Apparently there's been signs up in the lift. Just been in both lifts, no friggin' signs. Apparently there's been an email sent around to everybody. No email sent to us. So we've got no preparation. It's going to be off for the whole day. Whole day, you try managing a medically complex person without any running water, without being told, I don't have water put in a bath or a sink or anything else to be prepared for us. Fucking stupid. Sorry, I'm swearing. This is a stupid shit that actually goes on. I'm communicating with my people. Oh, they didn't know. Oh, that's difficult. Yeah, no kidding. No shit, Sherlock.
Fuck you, Coo.
Okay, so Council of Owners, shit communication
Shit!
to all the tenants and everybody else around here. Now I've got to work out an alternative solution.
I'm need to do number 2 all
Because
day.
I don't need you actually falling over, because I'm really worried about your health at the moment, considering everything we've just been through and been to friggin' hospital and still got to do more medical appointments. I've still got to go to the dentist.
And I have no toilet to flush.
I'm going to
So
probably...
don't flush? What do I do?
Oh, I don't know. How does the person who has to go to the toilet 30 times not flush with a health condition?
With a UTI.
So pissed off. So frustrated, so annoyed at the lack of communication.
Why can't you just tell us?
Anyway, that's my little rant over.
Yeah, guys, basically, I just been to the toilet. I didn't flush, so
I'm going down to
it's only number 1. Oh, yeah, he's going down to the pool.
I'm going down to the pool to get buckets of water to be able to flush toilets. This is shit.
This is like, yeah, third world country, it feels like. Just come from a third world country hospital that doesn't want to treat anyone like me because I've got a rare syndrome with this discrimination. And I'm just damn sick of it. Like I said, with the toxic positivity. So, you know, it's really, really hard right now because I'm feeling my worst. Oh, we can't do any washing.
No.
Well, I'm glad it's not bed sheet change day. I'm glad we're not doing anything like cooking right now. I'm glad Sir had a shower this morning. That's good. But I'm due to shower today. So tonight, I guess, as soon as it's finished, I will be. Guys, I'm just going to close that back door because it's, you know, sometimes we have buses, they're loud, but 2 seconds. So basically, the boys, my kitten and my older cat are playing, play fighting in my bathroom like normal. This is the regular thing. All right, submit, Max, and just deal with it. Boys, I don't want you getting hurt, Max. He just goes for Willow, and then Willow just goes, oh. He's very gentle with him, actually. I'm really proud of him. He just kind of buffs him with no claws. He's very nice. He just gives him a bit of a buff. Yes, brotherly love. That's what it is. It's sibling love. 96 heart rate. Yeah, it's great. It's pretty cool. Anyway, so I just wish we were told, like, here we are. What we've been asking for too is, you know, just trying to, you know, teething problems when you move, when you're dealing with new people. You know, you have teething problems and you have to sometimes communicate things and say, hey, this isn't working or that's... And we've just gone through all that. And then the COO, which is the Council of Owners in a, you know, building like this, they don't communicate to any renter. Even the private rentals, SDAs, they don't communicate. And we have a thing in our lifts where it's meant to be everything's communicated. That's like when our windows are being washed. Because, you know, just in case you've got your window open, you're lying there inappropriately dressed, maybe. I'm just talking about a friend, not me. I don't do that. So basically, yeah, like things like that get communicated normally. But this one is a big one. No water is a big one, but it didn't get communicated.
Well, you know what? At least the pool.
Oh, my goodness.
At least the pool has got water in it.
Woohoo for the pool. And it's not really swimming, like people aren't really swimming anymore. We're all over it. Next summer. So basically, I think our summer is over. Tonight, it'll have to be.
That's if the water's back on.
What do you mean, if? What's happened?
The water's back on.
Okay, but what's happened?
I don't know. Whatever it is, it's scheduled. So anyway, Your heart alarm is on. Just realised up. I've got to go to get to this government
Off you
dental.
go. Yeah, you
Oh,
can
here's
do
another
that.
story while we're talking about all these things. Government dental. Ring our dentist that I normally have been going to for the last
Long time, yeah.
5 years at least for Dyan
Yeah.
myself. They no longer will take government dental subsidies. They no longer
Even
take
private
pension cards,
yeah.
concession cards.
No.
So it's full fare, full price. Just to get a tooth extracted, because I can't afford any work done, it's going to cost me $600. Don't have that. No choices around that. Should I just get some pliers from the toolkit and pull it out? Might as well, because that's all I can afford to freaking do. This is the state of play. For a carer who's
That's
given up his
why
job so that I have to full-time
Medicare
look
should be
after my
covering
person
this.
because the health system can't look after my person. Shit show. Anyway, so now I'm going to try and get to government dental. They've got no bookings available for another 15 to 20 days. So I have to not be able to eat for 15 to 20 days. Nah, stupid, eh? So I'm trying to get a voucher from them to then be able to go to a private dental to get subsidised and see if I can get in that. Whilst I'm not supervising done because there's no carers or support on, while there's no water in the building. This is our life. I'm off. I'll be back shortly. Okay? You'll be all right.
Bye.
Bye.
Drive safe. So, that's pretty much. Bring it back in, guys. See you later. So dentists suck, guys, don't they? And then on top of that, like we said, like he just said, he's right. This is just disgusting, Australia. And I agree with that young man, Chandler. He's advocating for getting dental on Medicare, and it should be. That man has worked for earning a six-figure income, okay, for years, raising us, as in, not raising me, raising our family, including me as a disabled person, off the government. We didn't get anything from the government, okay? And we did it ourselves. And here we are in our time of need, and the government goes, oh, that tax that you gave us to get this type of stuff, because in Australia you pay more tax for this shit, Commonwealth. For goodness sake. Shame on you. I am sick of it. I am seeing, when I go to hospital, our Australians just getting so sick. I'm seeing people that literally look deathly sitting in the waiting rooms. And I've had enough of seeing the suffering of people in the medical field. It's traumatizing, guys, going to the hospital and outpatient clinics. I don't know if any of you disabled or healthy and have had to go. I don't know if you've seen this in your hospitals, but it's awful. Australia's falling apart. It's not what it used to be. And it's really hard when you're Australian born. It's really hard to adapt to the changes so fast. Like, I grew up in a country town. I grew up in Perth, which was called a large town, because Perth has always been the smallest city in Australia, and that was the reason my family immigrated here. They wanted to be in a small area. And so it's just really upsetting when you're raised, you're told, you know, you're going to be looked after here. This is a good country. And now it's not a good country. And you can't do it for yourself when you're on a pension. And it's embarrassing and it's upsetting and it's frustrating because a pension doesn't cover enough. And of course, you know, I've got my art money, even though I've bought some supplies, I still need to buy more supplies because that's the money that really covered my supplies. So I need to build them back up. I need to keep doing my art, right? But I said to him, just use that money. I don't care. But he won't. But anyway, let's see what the government dentist will do. I don't know the system anymore because it keeps changing all the time. And all I know from my experience with the government for anything for health is they're trying to get out of it to the point where they kill you. I'm being honest, guys. They don't care. If you have something that earns them money, which is cancer, because chemotherapy earns hospitals shit tons of money. And I'm glad, because at least those patients are cared for. But people like me, no. It's a bit like the lady today, you know, like, oh, you know, since I last saw you, you're looking well. And it's bullshit. I look like shit this morning, okay? I knew it, Sir knew it. And it's like, oh, yeah, no, just category 1 going to cardiology in like, you know, a matter of weeks. No, I'm fine. I was in hospital for a week. My heart rate was 33 and stuff. Like, I'm fine. There's nothing wrong with me. And I just said to her, I've got a rare syndrome. You don't understand. You don't get it. And they don't want to get it. That's what hurts. It really hurts me, guys, having a rare syndrome. When people don't even give you the respect of saying, I'm sorry you're not doing very well at the moment, and I'm hoping that you're going to have a well period soon where you can feel good and do all the fun things that you like to do. That's what should be said, not toxic positivity. And it's just so frustrating because I'm fighting to stay alive, guys. That's why I'm including lawyers. I'm fighting to stay alive. These people are putting my life at risk. They treat my illness so neglectful that so many other specialists and doctors have even said that. I've got 12 human rights breaches against them. But because it's not a punitive thing, the human rights, which is stupid, Australia, they breach my human rights and there's nothing. These professionals are abusing their power over us. And it's all about money. And sometimes I feel like just saying, oh, I don't care, you know, like if I die, I die, whoop-de-doo. But the problem with that, guys, is I've got children and grandchildren, and it's not easy to do that because of that. So it's really conflicting. We've just had stress every day, and it's kind of like, why is this happening today? It's like, you just, like university trying to just poke my buttons. No water all day. I was really needing a shower today. No water today. Like, you're really pushing my buttons. Universe, like, give me a break. Okay, so it's back. I'm not sure. Let me check in. I don't know why I popped back, but he must have forgot something and to rush to say anything, but that's fine. He needs to get to the dentist. Anyway, I'm gonna lay down. So let's just have this conversation laying down. But like, universe, can you just give me a break? Like, can we just stop? Can we just stop? And I have this feeling sometimes of like, I want to go home. I want to go home. Where is home? Why am I feeling like that? I am home. I keep feeling that feeling. I want to go home. I don't know where that is. I know one thing. I'd love to just drive into Denmark right now. Like, I'd love to just drive into Denmark right now. But I'm too worried about taking the car in case it breaks down. I don't have the money to fix it, but I really want to go see my town. Just having such a bad patch, as you're noticing, guys. You know this isn't the normal me, but I'm just struggling right now. I don't normally struggle. My throat's sore, my mouth is sore. My body's broken at the moment. It's just really, obviously my immune system's not coping. Even when she did the blood pressure today, it was all bright red, like a sunburn in the spot where she did it. What's going on with my skin and my immune system? I'm so sensitive at the moment to things. So I just want to go to Denmark. I just want to go to Williams Bay and Ocean Beach. I just want to go and sit by the river. Sit by the river. I just remember everything that was good. I just want to go be there. And look at all of the... My grandfather used to own the whole corner. It's a coffee shop now, but it used to be a deli. And then there was like a bakery. And then there was like my grandfather's garage where he would work on cars and all sorts of machinery. And next to that is a car park. And there used to be then like a shop and then another shop which used to be a craft shop, which my father actually did. Owned that, and he used to do things with leather, and he was selling that. This is way back in the 70s and 80s, guys. And but now it's that car park where that's where my grandparents' house used to be. But now there's a doctor's surgery. That's the car park for the new doctor's surgery. There's I used, when I went and lived there again, I went to the old doctor's surgery that I was used to, which is just weird. Really weird sitting there. Just, I know that place well. Even after hours, you know, in those days, that's how it works. You know, you call the doctor and you meet them at the surgery at night, you know. Or you go to Denmark Hospital. It's a beautiful little hospital. Well, it's just a little nursing post, but like, they're very good. But the old hospital was really good, actually. But yeah, my grandfather had to be flown to Perth a lot though. I just want to go there and just visit there and feel just that connection. And then Albany and visit my uncle's grave. Just visit my people. My uncle was autistic too. And because he was a male, he wasn't understood and wasn't supported. He took his life. He was my best man ever, next to my grandfathers, basically. My grandfathers and him are just my pillars. They were my male pillars that kept me knowing how I should be treated by men and how I should look at life. They taught me everything. I am the person I am right now because of my grandfathers and that uncle, my Uncle Ray. That's why I am who I am today. And I honor those people because that's made me a better person. Because I could have chosen a different path. Well, some of my family members did. I didn't. So much alcoholism in my family is terrible. As in the bad kind. I'm not talking about just people that just are drinkers and have a good old time. I'm talking about like bad drinking, dysfunctional drinking, functional alcoholics. Some of them are turned into not functioning or not functioning alcoholics. It really breaks my heart because one of my favorite aunties, Auntie Sue, was just so, when I was a kid, the best auntie ever. But when she lost my uncle, I guess, and I get it. I get it. She's angry. And I get it. And ever since then, she's never been the same. I miss her. I miss the her that she was. She's now just like so deep into alcoholism. It's sad. Maybe she's cleaned up since, I don't know. But she used to be super cool and then she turned nasty when she lost him. Just obviously her way of coping. And it was sad to see. Because she used to be one of my favourite aunties, like Auntie Veronica too, and Auntie Sue. I was very close with them because I've known them since birth. Like, you know, the people that you know since birth, it's just a very intimate connection, isn't it? You can't replace that, but she was never the same. So I'm sorry if you guys struggle with addictions out there. I can't relate. I don't drink alcohol. I don't have addictions. I don't have addiction problems. I feel for you guys. So please just always do your best and always know that there is systems out there that can help. But I know why some people are doing it. You're in pain, and I'm sorry for that. Because I tell you what, you guys know I know pain. I might know more of the physical pain, yeah, but you've also seen my psychological pain of what my family put me through for being disabled, etc., and autistic. So I relate to pain in general, and so I just want to say, I'm sorry for what makes you drink or smoke or drink and smoke or whatever you do, whatever it makes you do. I'm sorry that pain that's under that is there in you. I'm sorry. And I just want to honor that pain because why is my throat sore? My sinus is actually sorry. My sinus is sore. Anyway, yeah, I do genuinely care about people who struggle with addiction. So please just know that people should never pick on you. You should be protected. There should be places where you can go to be safe. There should be people to turn to be safe. And I'm just sorry that you're struggling in that way because you must be so hurt to turn to that. That's all I can say. But just build a toolbox. I'm telling you, I had to. You know, when you grow up without parents from day one and you're, you know, for example, you're making your sandwiches like this because you're so little, because your mum won't get out of bed and get you to school when you're a little girl. Okay, I know what it's like to be treated like crap. So don't let people treat you like crap, okay? You are not your addiction. You are a person first, okay? I did addiction studies at university, so I do know a lot about this. And I actually, in my welfare work, we always had to volunteer and go to some kind of organisation group, support group in the area that we worked in. We had to do that. So once a month, I would go and attend the youth drug and alcohol addiction parents support group, and I found that very good and very insightful and very sad. There was a lot of parents that were very extremely upset and trying to protect their kids from drugs and alcohol and the justice system and all the rest of it. And I really feel for them. And I know that even my own son had a friend that had a struggle with drugs and ended up in jail. But I couldn't just handle that. And I know that that affected my son because that was his friend, But it's just, there's so much trauma for me because of addictions in my family growing up that it was something I couldn't deal with. And I really regret that I didn't have the strength to deal with it at the time. But if it was me now, I could deal with it because, I don't know, I've got stronger in that way. I've learnt more about that kind of thing. I think that's sort of also come out a lot lately, hasn't it? And so I have a lot more understanding of what they feel because I can't relate. So if it was now, I'd be able to talk to that, my son's friend and say, hey, I get it, you know, like ABC, and go through those things and encourage that person to live their best life and do well, and, you know, wish them well. So it is a shame. And so for some of you that have struggled with people, you know, with addictions, and you've also found it hard to deal with them, I understand that feeling. I never knew how to handle. I used to get drunken phone calls from my Auntie Sue at 11 o'clock in the morning, and she's blind drunk. She's slurring to the point where I can't even understand most of the words. And it was distressing because to me, she was this perfect, beautiful, perfect mum, perfect with kids. She made our childhood so magical. And then here she is, just talking nasty because she's drunk. It's very upsetting, guys. So if you're affected by people with alcoholism, I understand. But at the same time, those of you that use alcohol, I also understand that you're doing this because you're in pain, and you've been obviously failed somewhere, or you've got some story, and your story's valid. And if I ever met someone with an addiction, I would say, tell me your story, because I want to have that empathy for people like that. Because if I hear their story, maybe I can help. Maybe I can step into their world and try and be of assistance, because it's sad, guys. Life's hard, okay? I mean, I think social media hasn't really been the problem. You know what social media's actually done, and this is my psychology brain here? It's actually brought out what we are truly as a society, guys. Sorry. It's a bit like alcohol being truth serum. You know, serum. Is that what they call it? Serum? Yeah. Anyway, it makes you tell the truth. And I feel that all of the social medias is just making people show their true self. Trolls are just showing their true self. 1 in 25 are sociopaths around us, guys. That's just a fact. I've studied this, guys. 1 in 25 are sociopaths. Then you might think they're just narcissistic. You know, you get those girlfriends that are just like real bitches, and it's just like, oh, they're just narcissistic. No, sometimes they can be sociopathic. Look, and I'm not diagnosing here. Please don't diagnose your friends either. It is not common. People have narcissistic traits. People don't have narcissistic disorder, personality disorder. They do not have sociopathy necessarily. Be cautious with that. You need to really know what you're looking at. Those of us that have studied psychology can pick it up pretty well, I believe. People that have studied narcissism, sociopathy, would pick it up. And if you want to know more about studying that, Richard Grannon, he does everything. He does a lot about recovery stuff. So that is just, to me, not sort of needed by me. So I don't watch his stuff anymore. So I'm not up to date, but he does do philosophy as well, which I love. But he also talks about social media as well, and the effects on it mentally, psychologically. But anyway, if you want to know about narcissism, and I guess even sociopathy, he's the person. Check out his channel. You will find a wealth of knowledge. But yeah, 1 in 25. Yeah. But yeah, there's many angels on this earth. I will tell you that right now. What is going on with my heart? Ugh. Nothing's showing. I'm just tight in the chest though, but it could just be dystonia, guys, which also happens, which all I do, if it's dystonia and I'm just like tightening up, I actually use, if anyone else has dystonia, my heat pad. So I'm just going to put that on now. I haven't got water, but I've got power. That's one thing. I've got power. Yes, I'm putting it on my boobies because that's where my heart is. Okay? Don't be rude. Don't be rude, okay? Stop it. Keep it clean. Alright, we're going up now because basically I gotta go. Like, I don't gotta go, like that go, but I gotta go. thanks for listening to the rant. Okay, what accent have I got today? This is just echolalia, guys. It's not, I'm not crazy. It's echolalia. Okay, so basically, okay, why am I saying okay? As if I'm South African again. Thanks for listening to this rant. I did this rant because I want you guys to see what it is like on some days. This is not every day. This is not every hospital visit or doctor visit or whatever else. Not at all. Sometimes, yes, I get frustrated, you know, and it's not that it's, sometimes it's people's fault. Sometimes it's the system's fault. Sometimes it's just the fact that, you know, I am not getting medical care that I really need. That it can set anyone off onto a rant. Duh. So I'm doing my best as a medical refugee, okay? I'm doing my best. But anyway, at least one appointment's over. One appointment we're still waiting for a phone call, which Sir might get while he's out. That'll be ironic, won't it? You know, everything happens at once, you know. We also had the fire alarm testing yesterday. Yes, we didn't know that was going to happen either, so that was a shock. But luckily, just days before, luckily, I had my headsets ready next to my bed, as I showed you in that video. So I was covered. But it annoyed me autistically because I was like, I wasn't ready for this. What I would have done is probably put my Beats onto my TV and gone, I don't want to hear that. It really is quite distressing. It's loud here. So I wanted to share this rant because I know that I'm not alone with the frustration of systems and institutions and blah, blah, blah. Okay? You guys know this life too. And so I salute you, warriors. I salute you. And carers as well. Carers, you are just salt of the earth. Keep going, keep fighting, keep advocating. You're doing great. But look after yourself too and make sure that your health is okay too. Boom. Right. I will love you and leave you, and I'll see you in the next video. And I hope that the discussion on addictions for some people, and I know it's not for everyone, I hope I've helped, because I just want to acknowledge that times are really tough. And please be kind to yourself. And don't let people treat you bad, because you deserve respect because you are a human being, okay? You are worthy. Don't let people treat you like crap. Please just think better of yourself and know that people like me are out there who aren't looking at you and going, oh my gosh, you druggy alcoholic, you're a loser. No, a lot of us are looking at you and going, oh my goodness, what are you suffering from? Who is neglecting you? Why are you in this state? Why have people not assisted you? That's probably what's happened. So, who's hurt you, blah, 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 all the rest of it. So I send you love and kindness and understanding. And to anyone who's dealing with a loved one who's struggling, I honor you for supporting that person, because they do deserve it. But I'm not going to deny it's hard. But they deserve it, okay? They need love. They need love, okay? They need acceptance, forgiveness. Forgiveness is so important. So I'll see you in the next video. I'm not going to with my hand because I don't feel proper clean, because I haven't really proper cleaned because I've got no water. So it's kind of a problem. I'll see you guys later. I'm going to rest. I'm not feeling good.